Hi everyone, this is Rachel and I'm here with another process video, this time for an episode of the Lift and Sketch with Christy and Rachel, my series with Christy Harriman. Today we are taking on this sketch by Amy Alvis. This is from, make sure I get this right, 4x6 photo sketchblog.blogspot.com. I will put a link in the description box below to that blog. It does have some really awesome both single and double page sketches for using all 4x6 photos, hence the name. All right, so as I mentioned, this is my series with Christy Harriman where we take on one lift and one sketch a month. Now, normally we start with the lift and then go to the sketch, but there happens to be 5 Saturdays this month of March, and Christy and I thought it would be super fun to do a little something something special on the last Saturday of this month. So make sure you tune in for that one, and also tune in for our lift in 2 weeks, because we're going to be giving out some hints about some things that are going to be going on in the last sketch of the month, maybe a little contest. So you don't see me obviously, but I'm doing little sneaky fingers. I see me and I think I'm being cute and funny. Anyway, so I usually would do this part of the introduction. My introduction portion of the film got corrupted, so I did slow down this layout so I would be able to both share those items I wanted to talk about, but also talk about the actual layout, which is what y'all are here for. All right, so I've pulled my papers for this, and this one, you know, I picked this for a specific reason, and that was because I'm doing a Disney layout. This is a Disney, this is a layout for Disney, and I had tons of photos that are 4x6. These photos were taken back in 2007, and I printed them out back then. And at that time, it was not as well known and popular to print collaged photos onto a 4x6, so you'd have 2 3x4s. And I was not as knowledgeable I am about, using smaller photos to then emphasize the 4x6 photos that are the more important photos. So I didn't want to have to reprint them all, and not all of the photos. Some of the photos I could cut down to smaller sizes, others I could not. None of these I could really cut down to a smaller size. So I chose this sketch specifically, and then I chose to work with my Wild Hare Kit Club. This is a kit I bought back in the fall of 2017 because I loved this background paper. It's actually the only 12 by 12 paper I had left in the kit, and I thought it went well with this layout. But I finally realized that yellow piece of paper that was a 6x6 piece of paper, if I cut that in half and used it as a 3-inch section of paper rather than a 2-inch, which is about what it is in the sketch, I could then stretch that cube paper to be tall enough to still give the same look as was in the original sketch. Now these yellow pieces, they don't line up the pattern, but because the majority of it is covered by the photos, it's not super noticeable. It just reads as like a yellow piece of paper, because that part where it's lined up completely offline, that totally is hidden by photos. So I started the layout, and then I actually ended up putting it away for a day or two because I was just annoyed that I couldn't figure it out. And finally it dawned on me, just use the 6x6 as a 3-inch divider. Hello. Okay, so now that I've got all my papers down, and I went ahead and inked everything up with Hickory Smoke ink from Distress Inks, and I like doing that when I'm mixing my lines. So here is a mix of Dear Lizzie Stargazer and Paige Evans Turn the Page, and I just like doing that. It just kind of gives a consistency to all of my papers. And now I have my 3 photos where they belong, and I'm super happy with the way this looks. I'm going to go ahead and get my photos all glued down. And here's where I spend the majority of my time. I know what I want my title to be, in the sense that I would have loved to choose something where I could think of some sort of British slang to talk about yummy food. I could not for the life of me figure out one that would work. I normally at this point, once I get my photos down, the next thing I do is work on my title, but I can't think of a title. So I'm going to clean up my papers. And then I'm going to start to go ahead and embellish, which is not what I would normally do. So I'm looking at all the thicker words I have, I have those freckled fawn word foam pieces as well, and I just can't find something that works. I love that glitter love banner, but I can't think of a word that works. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to start embellishing, and then I'll come back to it. So I pull out this clip. It's a wood grain clip, and it's actually from Studio Calico. And I'm going to go ahead and clip that on over one of my photos. I think those are really cute. Clips are hard for me to use, I'll be totally honest. I haven't used a lot of them, but I do love working with them. I then pull out that die cut banner tag, and that is from Pink Fresh Studio Explore the Extraordinary, Explore, I can never remember what that's called. And then I pull out these cork pieces, and those are from One Canoe 2 Hazelwood. Now, I do enjoy working with cork. I find these pieces to be quite large, so I am going to use those floral pieces, but once again, that cork word love is just not going to work out for my title. It's too big for what I'm looking for, and once again, I can't find the right phrase for my title. So that's going to go away, but I am going to pull out this cork arrow, and those are going to be my 3 embellishment cluster areas. And my title is going to go down by that arrow when I finally think of one. And don't worry, spoiler alert here, it's not a fabulous title. I just kind of go with a trite. And I'm totally okay with it by the end of the thing. So once again, I'm going back, taking a gander at all of the words I have, seeing if maybe that'll strike something. And I'm not set on using just these word phrases. I'm just trying to jog something. So I consider using that love this. I love that it's circular and it kind of mimics the circles in that yellow piece of paper, but the font is too modern for the rest of my papers. So instead, I'm going to keep on embellishing. I'm going to add some of the stickers from the Dear Lizzie Stargazer sticker line. I add that wow, and I add that star, oh sugar, what's that called? Shooting star, that's the word I'm looking for. And now I'm going to add a couple of, no, sorry, just one enamel dot where that tag is, and then a couple of enamel hearts, and that is from a Bella Boulevard package. So still thinking on that title, still have no clue what it is I'm going to do, but I decide, oh, you know what? This layout's about food. I'm going to go back and add every single peach and lemon on the sticker sheet and the puffy stickers simply because it's about food and it works in my brain, and I'm never going to use those stickers otherwise. So this restaurant is at Epcot. It's called Rose and Crown. It's the British pub in the World Showcase. It's actually one of our favorite restaurants. We went in 2007, then we went again in 2012, and this was actually the only restaurant we repeated doing from our first trip. Not because we didn't like any of the others, but simply because we liked this one more than any of the others. All right, so I'm going to open up this Project Life chipboard sticker pack, and I finally think, oh, look, this hello is really cute. It's gold foil, and it's a lot slimmer than any of my other choices. So I think I'll do hello something. And finally, I just break down and go, you know what? We're just gonna go hello yum. So I pull out these black puffy stickers, puffy alphas, and these are from Felicity Jane for the word yum. Now, I cut a lot of this out of me just kind of staring at the page going, what do I want to call it? what do I want to call it? Even to the point where I was Googling, British slang or British food or, just like good food in Britain. And of course, none of that's actually leading to me to the actual words I need. But finally, we are close to being done. I'm just going to write my journaling about how much we enjoy this restaurant. If you could flick me a thumbs up, that would be super awesome. Please make sure you head on over to Christy's channel and check out her layout. I will put a link in the description box. That is all for me today. Thanks so much, everyone. Have a great day, and bye!